Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your full moon in Cancer for the divine masculine and divine feminine on their spiritual ascension journey. So the full moon in Cancer gives us an opportunity to really sit in our emotions and process things, maybe things that we have been afraid to feel. We all know that we need to feel it in order to heal it. So we're going to be taking a look from the masculine and feminine's energy, just exactly where they are embracing their emotions, what they're feeling, and what they're processing and transmuting during this full moon in Cancer. So just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. The decks I'll be using here today will be listed down below, as well as these beautiful Orgonites. We've got the masculine and feminine nudes created by Michele from Wing & Bell. And also, I do tend to say he or him for masculine and she or her for feminine. It's just the way that I channel, so just go ahead and apply the energies how they fit your situation. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with the masculine's energy and just see what the masculine is going to be embracing and perhaps even transmuting and releasing this full moon in Cancer. Live in the moment, okay? So some masculines may not have been stopping to really just sit and breathe and live and enjoy the moment. So there's going to be some sort of work being done during this full moon in Cancer. So the lesson is on this day to strive to live in the moment. Only speak about positive things in your life and avoid bringing up the past, especially negative memories or situations. Your goal is to experience how difficult it is to live in the present. Healing is rapidly enhancing when you're focused in the now. So the goal is to experience how difficult it is to live in the present. It is difficult to do that. It is difficult to just sit there and focus on what's right in front of you. It's easy for your mind to trail off, right? And just think about things from the past or worry about the future. So this particular masculine is going to just embrace just being okay with who he is today and what's going on right now instead of the stress of the past or the future. So that's really beautiful. So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards and just kind of see what other energies are showing up here. What other things are coming up where this masculine might be worrying about the past, stuck in the past, or even stuck in the future? Let's look at this. We have the High Priestess energy. So the High Priestess is connected to the moon, and the moon is connected to Cancer, and it's also connected to Pisces, right? In tarot. So we're definitely in the energy here of the moon. The emotions, our feminine side, going within, etc. So I feel like you can obviously see both of these cards. This person in the cards has their eyes closed, okay? The keyword on this one is intuition. So the High Priestess reversed for me means that we are not listening to our intuition. We are not paying attention to, we're not centered to be able or calm enough to be able to receive. So I just feel that if the masculine has been allowing his ego to run the show, and that ego, of course, is constantly letting us know that we need to do this, we need to do more, we need to, just keep going. But really, we're spinning out of control and we're not really getting anywhere. So I feel like this full moon in Cancer is really, in a way, going to force this masculine to sit down and sit in his energy and really embrace his emotions, because I feel like this masculine is perhaps afraid to embrace his emotions. It's okay, so I'm getting a busy masculine who's constantly working, constantly doing things, constantly spending time with a lot of people, avoiding being by himself. That just came through. So that's what it is. So if this masculine is constantly doing this, it's like Spirit is arranging an opportunity for this masculine in a way to be forced to sit in his energy. Now, I don't exactly know how that's going to happen, but I am seeing that for some masculines here. So we need to take care of something. Universe is going to orchestrate that. Through a challenge or a conflict, 5 of Wands, a problem, something that's going to break. I hate to say this, you guys, but it could even be like this masculine has some sort of an accident, but this accident is a blessing in disguise, right? Or something happens here that presents a challenge, and so he has to spend some time on his own. So this is the only way to get the masculine by himself, so that way he can sit in his emotions and he can sit in his energy and really deal with something, okay? Because this is a real problem for masculine. He doesn't like either being alone or sitting as an emotion or sitting in his emotions. And we have the Strength card, Leo's energy. So this masculine does have the power to face himself. He does. He has the power to go within. He has the power to basically, and the courage to embrace this. So that's what this full moon in Cancer is representing for masculine, for an opportunity to sit with his energy and courageously face some sort of shadow that maybe he has been putting off for a very long time. Wow, you guys, that's really deep, and just take that if it resonates for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift gears and go into the divine feminine and see what is this full moon in Cancer bringing up for her. See the synchronicities. Let's see. Today's lesson, we're taking note of all the synchronistic happenings and coincidences that occur on this day, and know that nothing happens by accident. Your goal is to appreciate the divine details that are woven into every moment of your life. So maybe some of you divine feminines have not been taking the time to see the little synchronicities that are popping up. And sometimes those synchronicities can be a sign or a warning that keeps kind of gnawing at you that you need to pay attention. So it's not always a positive synchronicities. Sometimes these are warnings. Sometimes there's, Spirit is speaking to us in ways where we're not listening. So they're trying to get our attention through synchronicity. So let's see what this is about. What is this energy about for the feminine here? I also just got too that if some of you guys are asking for a sign or you're asking for something and yet you feel like you're not getting an answer, sometimes that is the answer. There is no answer. You're like being forced to have to just sit with that feeling. Maybe sometimes there's just not something to do. Maybe there is no resolution right now to a problem or to something. So we're going to have to be okay with that. This right here is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles in the upright position is about juggling something, going back and forth, up and down, all around. Well, guess what? We're dropping the juggle. We're dropping this energy of being up, down, all around, black, white, yes, no, pulled. So I feel like you guys have probably been in some sort of an energy where you've just been twisted up inside, maybe even too emotional, right? And sometimes our emotions can get really, really like the lines between our emotions and our traumas can really blur the lines of intuition. And so we think that we're seeing something, or we think that we're getting the sign, but we're misinterpreting it because there could still be some sort of, trauma or something that we really do need to still heal. So sometimes your mind and your emotions will trick you into seeing things that aren't real or really aren't there. And you'll misread the signs, or you'll misread things because of these unresolved wounds and issues. So we are being asked to kind of find balance, because I'm getting this too. Some of you guys are too focused on external things. Reading tarot cards, every single time you have a problem or an issue, getting your cards out, shuffling the deck, using a pendulum, asking spirit for signs, looking too much into everything. That can sometimes drive a person crazy when you're using all of these things to give you information. And what spirit is saying is that it is time for you to just sit and just trust. So if you don't know something, You don't always need to know everything that's going on. You do not always need to have a leg up in a situation or a heads up. Sometimes you just need to experience things and let them unfold in a natural way. So I almost feel like someone's ego or their trauma, because they're afraid to get hurt, is leading the way. And that is creating a total, like a lot of confusion. That's creating a lot of mistakes. We're making a lot of mistakes. We're misreading the signs. We're not actually seeing the signs accurately. We're seeing what we want to see, or we're seeing what we're actually creating, and we're creating things based off of our fear. So I don't know who that's for, but I feel like this full moon in Cancer is giving the divine feminine an opportunity to not be so in your emotions in a negative way. Take the time to clear up trust issues. Take the time to clear up shadow, because if you don't, it's almost like it's going to keep getting in the way of your journey, and you're going to keep mistaking the signs that you're seeing and your intuition as truth. And I'm getting here, there's a little bit of a trauma and shadow aspect that's clouding your judgment. So if you're struggling back and forth, up and down, you can't make a decision, you're all over the place, that right there is key, that it's time for you to just stop doing what you're doing, because it's not working. It's not actually helping you. It's hindering you. Give yourself some time and space to sit in your emotions, heal it, and all those things. And then when you're feeling healthier and stronger, then maybe go back into working with your intuition, or working with spirit, or working with cards, etc. Because when you come to a tarot deck, or you come to using your tools and you're all messed up, you're not going to get any accurate information. It's all going to be just false. It's going to be deceptive and false. And also, too, when we're not really plugged in, grounded, then sometimes other energies can really get in and leak in and create havoc in your life. So, again, I don't know who that's for, but that's something. That's something for someone out there. All right, let's see what else. This is the Seven of Cups. It's being you're trying to make decisions, but you're all over the place. Fantasy from fiction, we don't know the difference. The fact that this is coming up in the reverse position means we need to stop. We need to just stop. We need to stop projecting. We need to stop thinking in terms of magic with everything. Not every single thing that you connect with has a spiritual meaning. Not every person that you feel something with is there like some sort of magical connection. Sometimes we connect with people. I'm not getting this for your masculine. I'm just getting this just in general. There's not always a spiritual explanation. Sometimes things just are. Sometimes things just are the way that they are. Sometimes things just suck. Sometimes things are it's a hard no. Sometimes there's just nothing else to do or to learn in a situation, and there's no real explanation for it. There doesn't have to be meaning behind every single thing that someone says or someone does. And I just think that there's feminine, some feminines out there that could be overthinking, over-spiritualizing everything, getting lost in this these clouds and these fantasies. And the thing is, when we're in this energy of Neptune, because the moon, tarot, in tarot, the moon is ruled by Neptune. So I feel like there's this deception that comes with the moon, where we're not accurately plugged into our intuition, even though we think we are. So we need to be very careful. So I feel that if a lot of you guys have made you've made some choices and they haven't actually taken you down a good road, it's actually been more of a nightmare than anything else, or you just end up feeling more hurt, or just, I can't believe it, I don't even know what to think anymore, then that's why you got to take a step back, and you've got to really examine where this energy is coming from and address it and heal it, so that way you can move forward on your spiritual journey and see things more accurately and not be operating from a trauma space. Because that's what I'm getting here. Some feminines are actually operating from a traumatic space. And until you pull yourself out of that trauma, then you're just going to keep creating more trauma for yourself. So that's what I'm seeing. And just so you know, I'm not sitting here thinking that my shit don't stink, because it does. I definitely have a lot of trauma that I still fire off, in my life, that creates a lot of mistakes and, decisions that I make where I'm like, ooh, yeah, this is a sign. No, it's not. Not a sign. That's trauma. So I think that, as we continue on our journey, we're just going to learn more and more each day. Yeah, look at that. I love this. This is the Ace of Swords. You guys will get there. So really allow this time of the full moon in Cancer to really show some things to you, right? Some of your belief systems, some of the things that you guys believe to be true, you're going to get some clarity on the fact that it wasn't true. What you thought actually wasn't accurate, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that you can't trust your intuition later on. It just means that right now, let's figure out what's jamming up the frequency. And once we can address what's jamming up the frequency, when we move forward working with our intuition or our tools, we're going to know the feeling between fantasy and trauma versus fact and true intuition. It's going to be very crystal clear when we start using our tools and our intuition moving forward. So let's clear this crap so that way we can, just get a little bit clearer about where we're going, the people on our journey, the decisions that we're making, what's best for us, etc. All those things. So that makes a lot of sense to me specifically. All right, you guys. So now we're going to see what is the masculine surrendering or surrendering to when it comes to this full moon in Cancer. What is the masculine surrendering or surrendering to this full moon in Cancer? Okay, so we do have surrendering to inner peace. So it says cultivating inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So remember the energy that where the masculine was having a very difficult time sitting in that inner stillness, sitting in that peace? This masculine, it looks like, will start to surrender to this work, surrender to this energy. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get a couple of tarot cards to see what that might look like. That's really cool. The masculine's energy is depicted by the sun. The sun is Leo, and I think it's really, really cool that the masculine got Leo's energy here twice. Very powerful, very dominant, very confident, very strong, a lot of courage here. The courage to reach the light. So I feel like this masculine does have what it takes in order to reach the light. And I feel like he will do the work that he needs to do in order to get there. So not all is lost for masculine. He's not going to continue to stay in this dark space. He is going to go towards the light. That's pretty damn cool. I love to see that. Okay. Let's take a look at the feminine. What is the feminine surrendering or surrendering to? Ooh, we have surrender your fear of intimacy. Okay. So I feel like this really coincides with the trauma. I feel like there's some feminines out there that are still, they have some sort of fear of getting too close because they're afraid to get hurt. It says you are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, okay, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So, feminines, that's exactly what the cards were talking about before. Your trauma is causing some blocks for you. It's blocking your intuition, and it's also blocking your ability to really, really let love in. So some of you guys are playing it way too safe. Some of you guys feel like your strength is actually strength, but it's actually weakness at the end of the day. So you guys are really embracing your emotions, which includes your shadow and trauma this full moon, and you're really going to start to release. What is it that's holding you back? What is it that's causing you to feel low vibe? What is it that's causing you to not value yourself? You're going to strengthen this energy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. That's the devil's energy. Do you see your heart? It's in that cage. But you're going to feel this so you can heal it, feminine. You're going to master this lesson. Do you see how amazing that is? This is Capricorn's energy, Saturn, karma, heavy burden. This has been a burden for you guys for a long time. So this full moon in Cancer has a thing or two to teach you, both the masculine and you, a lesson, a really big lesson. And you guys can see it's very different, actually, what you guys have going on. But it does look to me like you guys are going to feel it so you can heal it and master this lesson once and for all. So you can do it feminine just like the masculine can do it too. You absolutely can. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some time for you to release a lot of things. I also associate the energy of the devil with codependency. So I would really, really highly suggest, especially for those of you that have had a lot of problematic relationships, we're not just talking about with this masculine, but also with your parents, friends, family members, work situations, basically whoever you meet. If you just constantly have issues with people, this is the problem right here, codependency. So maybe look up codependency, look up online meetings, or it's like they're actually like Codependence Anonymous. It's a program. It's like working a step-by-step program for people that have problems in their lives due to codependency. And there's something there perhaps for some of you guys to heal something. So look it up. I feel like that will be beneficial for some of you guys out there. You're going to realize, wow, I was a codependent and I didn't even know it. And that will really help you. All right, so we're going to get some spirit animals here to represent the new you after this full moon in Cancer. So let's look at the spirit animal that is guiding and assisting and helping the masculine. We have the heron, patience. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is crazy how it's all adding up, like it's connected. So remember, this is about the masculine really, really needing to be in a quiet space. This says patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently, like the strength card, towards your purpose. Patience will bring you reward. So spending time by themselves, stepping into their confidence, taking action, as in action to be still and take that time alone to restore balance is on the horizon for masculine. So this particular bird, I think that's how you say it, heron, that right there is the masculine spirit animal that is helping to lead the way towards stillness and balance and confidence on the journey. That's pretty cool. All right, Divine Feminine, let's go ahead and get your spirit animal. Oh my gosh, we have the stag, which is the masculine energy to me. I love this. Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take wherever you want to go. It says, awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. So check it out, you guys. For you feminines out there watching this video, you're an old soul. Like, you've been here to this planet many times, okay? That's probably why you have a lot of karma, trauma, and issues to clear. So you're also a very magical being. Your intuition is one of your greatest gifts, but somewhere along the line, it has become traumatized and damaged. That's why it's very important for you to clear this and heal this trauma once and for all. So that way you can get back to being this magical creator, this magical being. You're also being asked to spend time in nature, right? Spend time outdoors, connect with your roots of who you are. Maybe, do some work with ancestors or working with certain spiritual animals or the elements or herbs or stones. This will also help to ground you and kind of get you back to the basics of who you are. So just feel like the stag is bringing you back to who you truly are. You've lost yourself somewhere along the way and all the trauma. And I do feel like this full moon in Cancer, I'm not saying it's going to bring it all up, but there's certain things that are going to come up for you emotionally. Don't try to do a bypass on it. Don't push it down. Really, really feel it so that way you guys can clear it and heal it. I feel like you guys are just going to be taking some time for you and being really gentle with yourself during this period of time. So anyways, I absolutely loved that reading. It was so fantastic. I hope that you guys resonated with those messages. And if you guys want your own personalized versions of, these types of readings where we tap into both masculine and feminine, I have links, of course, down below where you guys can book your own personal reading with me. So anyways, you guys, I want to thank you again for choosing to watch this video. And if you did like this video, please take the time to hit the thumbs up button, the like button, drop a comment in the comment section or a little emoji. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you have notifications on. All of those things really help my channel to grow. It's very important. And also, if you guys want to drop me a donation, just to show your appreciation, that's always welcome too. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope that you guys have a good full moon in Cancer experience, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.